Hello and welcome to this loser bracket game. That's right, the loser bracket of the NTL Pro League East. And this is going to be a game between Vici Gaming and Invasion. And before we jump ourselves into the draft, just two quick notes. First, brackets. Boom. There it is. If you are looking for these brackets yourself, you can find them on gotogamers.net. And you can see that this game, Vici Gaming versus Invasion, is going to be a round 2 match in the loser bracket, where we see that Vici Gaming they got dropped down in round 1 in the upper bracket, while Invasion was already there to begin with. And you can also see that well, we have got ourselves, like, after this game we're gonna have Orange versus First Departure, and I was quite surprised to see that MUFC actually beat Orange there. So I'm kind of curious to see how Orange versus First Departure is gonna be, since they both lost against the same person, against the same team. But we're gonna see two best out of ones, because that's what the losers bracket is about. Only best out of ones. One chance to still be in the competition. And now I'll put away the brackets, but I'll still have one more thing to say, because in just a matter of minutes there will be a giveaway. You can get a gaming mouse, and if you want to have a chance at that, you go to raidcall.com, you download Raidcall, you join room 2013, you just pop it in the search bar, press enter, and you're in there, and you have got a chance to be winning that gaming mouse. And there's not a lot of people in that channel, so sorry for the people that are already there, because I'm lowering your chances. The more people that are there, of course, less chance you have. That's how simple it works. But there's not that many people there, so if you still want to have a chance to win that gaming mouse, go to Raidcall room 2013 and you will be able to win that. And you will also be able to watch all the streams there, apart from mine, because I normally don't cast this. I'm very happy that I can, though, because I'm really looking forward to casting Vici Gaming as well as Invasion, even though we've already seen Invasion. If you are watching my streams regularly, we know Invasion. We've actually casted a lot of their games. Not last Sunday, but the Sunday before that in the Asian Gaming League. But Vici Gaming, they have, of course, ZSMJ, so I'm kind of curious to see how he's playing. As you might know, I've done a video on him, so I'm kind of curious to see if he's gonna be able to live up to his expectations. And overall, I'm just kind of excited. We only have one game for these two teams. After this, it will be Orange versus First Departure, as I said. And hello, Keeper of the Light, Phantom Lancer. I guess Invasion, they know it's a best out of one, you know. Just grab everything you can get. Have that Magnus, because one team fight can turn everything around. And one team fight, like, you know, even if you're behind and if you're losing a game, having a Magnus on your team, there will always be a chance to turn it around, because you always have that chance to get that 5-man RP. And if you have a 5-man RP, you can turn it around. Then you also have a Phantom Lancer, Keeper of the Light, so if you are losing late game, well, you always have your split push. And Phantom Lancer, they don't lose that many late games, so we're gonna be seeing if they can well, live up to the expectation of the Phantom Lancer, or if Vici Gaming can put a stop to that. And we see a Bat Rider banned out, together with a Lifestealer, a Lone Druid, and a Rubik. Now I do know that, of course, Asian Dota has a bit of different priority in terms of banning. Apart from Nyx and Bat, they are both still very high priority bans. Lone Druid as well. Lifestealer is just a carry you don't really want to face. And knowing that Vici Gaming, they don't have a carry yet, not a real one anyway. So we see ban outs for carries for Invasion. I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm really hoping there's gonna be a Medusa. Medusa is considered a semi-counter against the Phantom Lancer, and ZSMJ's signature hero is Medusa. So who knows, right? one can hope. We do, of course, have a lot of good support slash mid heroes for Vici. I'm kind of thinking Nyx Assassin will be mid, and then you have a Shadow Demon Disruption to set up for a Split Earth, so that's already very strong. And of course, Shadow Demon being considered a bit of a counter towards that Phantom Lancer. But it's not really a counter, but you can create illusions out of his illusions, and then those illusions will create their own illusions, and you have like Illuception, but you have got your own army of illusions. You can just push lanes out with that, so that's pretty handy. We've got more carries being banned out by Invasion, as we see for Vici Gaming. They have got that Clockwork banned out, as well as the Bane. So they know that there's still possibly a well, secondary support for Invasion, like Keeper of Light Phantom Lancer combination, right? That is, of course, a very strong combination. And you know, there's not that much that can stop it. But what they lack, what a combination like that lacks, especially if VC is thinking about going on an aggressive trial lane, which they definitely have the potential for right now. But they don't, like Invasion, they don't have any shutdown. Apart from the Magnus RP, they don't have any chance to stop you.
Radiant team pick.
They have a mana leak, they have a slow with the lance, but that's it. And that's why that's why we see VC banning out the Bane, of course. That disable that he can bring to a game is pretty deadly. Also a good setup for and an Illuminate and a Lance, and that will basically result in your death if you're sitting there as a support.
10 seconds.
Tinker now banned out is the last one for VC. So they already know they have to deal with that split push from the Phantom Lancer, but they don't want to be dealing with the push that can also come from a Tinker, or the counter push at that, because, you know, you can rely on your own skill to end the game late game, but I think that if you're fighting up against a Keeper of Light Phantom Lancer that also has a Magnus, you don't really want to make it that late game. And, well, Tinker is one of those heroes that delays games, and that is not good if you're fighting against a Phantom Lancer. You don't want to have your game delayed. You want to be moving your own pace, which is hopefully fast enough to be, well, to be ending the game before Phantom Lancer is too big, basically that. We've got a Dragonite banned out by Invasion. That was actually half called out by the chat, or at least as a possible pickup for VC. But it is a Dragonite banned out, so we're gonna see which one they're gonna be picking. We do see though that Vici Gaming, they have not used any of their bonus time yet. They will go into it now, but haven't used it yet. While Invasion has only got 11 seconds left. They did pick up the Sand, so they got some extra disable, as well as, of course, something that really works out great together with the Magnus. Because if you have yourself a Burrow Strike Epicenter up on that Magnus RP, then that is, of course, something great to have. We're going to be seeing if they're going to be having the Magnus on the off lane or on the mid lane. Sand King at least is going to be a support. The downside of having a Sand King as a support, though, is that the Sand King, well, you know, he has a great Burrow Strike. First of all, at level 1 is a very short range, so it's kind of tricky to see if he can actually reach the target in time before he runs away, which is of course something that you do if you see a Sand King running towards you. You run away, especially in the early games. But most importantly, like, if you're going to Burrow Strike someone, you place yourself in the midst of the battle, and Sand King is I mean, he's not a squishiest target, but he is not the tankiest either, and he is gonna be the one to be in the heat of the battle. He's gonna be the one to give the first blood if there's gonna be a counter initiation, because Keeper of Light can stand very far back, Phantom Lancer can stand fairly far back. He'll just be there to throw out his lance, but Sand King will be in the middle of all of that, and if there's going to be an aggressive trial lane, that's going to be that. By the way, that was a disconnect on CTY, so I hope that, yeah, they're just in time. So that is why they took so much time to think about their hero. They pick up an Alchemist, and if this was European scene, I would actually still consider an Alchemist to be a semi-supporty hero, and Little Shrek as a farmer, but this is a farming Alchemist, I think, so this is going to be interesting to see. Alchemist up against a Phantom Lancer. Alchemist doesn't really need his mana per se, like if a Phantom Lancer can burst him down with a Diffusal Blade or something like that, but he is still, like, on a one-on-one fight, I wouldn't put Alchemist ahead. Though if he can land a stun on the real Phantom Lancer, that will definitely be something that will help. They do have a lot of shutdown and a impale and a split earth and unstable concoction, and that is definitely gonna be of great help. We have got ourselves a Puck picked up by Invasion, so he is probably gonna be mid, and then Magnus still in the off lane. Well, vice versa is possible too. It really depends on what they are expecting for VC Gaming. We've got ourselves a Nature's Prophet for last pickup for VC, so that is gonna be their hero of choice. And they will be able to have, like, really high mobility. And if this is going to be an aggressive trial lane from VC, this is going to be a really good one, because you don't only have 3 people there then versus the Phantom Lancer, but there could be a 4th at any time if the Nature's Prophet just TPs himself in. So let's see what we have going here. We have got Vici playing on the dire side. Like I said, this is a best out of one. And look at this flamey courier. That looks kind of awesome, actually. The delivery frog. We are going to be having ZSMJ, the legend carry, not on his famed Medusa, unfortunately for us, but he is still going to be playing an alchemist, so we're going to see how he can farm with that one. We are going to have an aggressive tri lane. Fenrir is going to be playing the Leshrac with some nice horns. You could say he is a... well, I'm not even going to say that. We are going to be seeing FY playing the Shadow Demon, and he is going to be supporting. So we have got the disruption into the Split Earth, into the Unstable Concoction, and that is going to be very deadly, especially for the Sand King, as I said. The counter initiation that can come on him if invasion goes on VC to begin with, then that is going to be deadly. But I think that invasion realizes, okay, you know what, they're going to aggressive tri-lane us. Let's make sure that we're not going to be up against an aggressive tri-lane, because we are going to be on that aggressive tri-lane ourselves. We're going to be seeing XCT playing the Nature's Prophet. He will be on the top lane. Like I said, he'll be able to be on the aggressive tri-lane with just a matter of seconds. He can just TP there. The only risk he has is, you know, leaving the top lane to free farm. But if this is going to be indeed be the aggressive tri-lane from invasion, I think that the Phantom Lancer is going to have an a free farm anyway, because Nature's Prophet is not one of those heroes that can really stop him from farming. We're going to have in the mid lane is going to be CTY. He's going to be playing the Nyx Assassin in the mid lane, so he'll be going for that fast bottle, and he will be up against a Magnus, so the mana burn will be well used to make sure that there's not going to be any harassment coming out from Dan, who's going to be playing that Magnus in the mid lane. On the bottom lane, we will have, for Invasion Gigabyte, we'll be having well, Lee Ji Woo. I don't think that's his actual name, but it's Lee Ji Woo. We're going to be seeing him playing the puck up against the aggressive tri-lane. I think there's going to be a rotation of lanes, though, once they realize that they don't have the aggressive tri-lane that they want, because they want to stop the Phantom Lancer from farming. It's that simple. We have got a gank incoming, by the way. It's going to be the Sand King coming in, level 1. He has got a Burrow Strike. He lands it, but he can't really go in too far. Takes 2 tower hits and has to back off again, so that harassment really didn't really do too much. And on the backside, actually, the Split Earth hits up on ShenGG, and he is going to be the first blood. One more hit. There we go. F5 picks it up. We saw the rotation already going from Fenrir, and that is going to be VC pulling up ahead in the first minute of the game. And that is just... this is a rotation that is forced by the safe lane puck. They are already rotating top to make sure that there's going to be a tri-lane there, and maybe at some point we'll have Nature's Prophet TPing bottom, and then we'll see the Alchemist TPing top, and then the rotation is complete. But basically, that is in Invasion Gigabyte just signing a death warrant for their Sand King coming in at the wrong place at the wrong time. Otherwise, that might not have been a kill, because there would of course been a score on the Magnus. But Sand King just used his Burrow Strike, didn't really have anything. And we do have Snow playing the Phantom Lancer. We have got Xaoyu Bai playing the Keeper of Light, or just Bai in this case. And last but not least, I mean, we already saw the Sand King. He is going to be counterwarding on the bottom lane. He is going to be played by ShenGG, and he is already, of course, given away the first blood, as we have another rotation coming out here. Fenrir and FY looking for a way in. Are they going to try again on that Magnus, or are they just going to wait until someone comes to try and take the rune, which is of course possible. The smoke goes off. They do smoke well, under a ward, so you know that's what is visible, and that is something that Dan has seen, so he's going to be extra careful right now. Going to be emptying his bottle straight away. Knows there's still 2 people hanging around there for him, and this combination is just very deadly. If this is timed properly, he can't even skewer himself away in time, so he'll be just soaking some experience and not trying to do anything else. In the meantime, we still have the Alchemist on the bottom lane. We have the rotation continuing. They're gonna rotate bottom. Maybe they can find the Sand King again, because he is right here. And hello, disruption. Nope. Oh, the vision and the Burrow Strike away instantly. He knows he has to run. ZSMJ though, he has Unstable Concoction level 2. Looking for some vision. Can start charging it up if he wants to. Needs to start charging it up if he wants to. But of course, well, there's actually no sandstorm just yet. He is gonna be getting stunned for sure, and this is gonna be a kill going the way of the puck first. Burrow Strike hits upon 2, and ShenGG is still on the run. Might still be able to make it. He ate a tree. TP in though from XCT, and he will be getting the kill up on the Sand King, as Puck he gets himself a Sprout, but will be able to eat his way through and should be safe at his tower. But all of a sudden, he's up against a tri-lane again, even though, well, with the Nature's Prophet there. Not really your traditional trial-in, I'd say, but still something that he can't really go out for to take some last hits. But still, a return kill going the way of Invasion, as we do see Nyx Assassin with a double damage rune able to lay down some harassment, extra harassment up on Dan, but Dan still being pretty safe, still alive, and that's basically for these two heroes. It's kind of interesting. Of course, Magnus is played mid mostly because he needs that fast level 6. He needs that RP up, and then needs to get skill for that. He also needs to stay alive if the Shadow Demon comes in with the disruption. There we go. Soul Catcher up on there as well. Here comes an Impale straight away, and that's gonna be a death. And it is gonna be FY that picks up the kill for that one. Nice pickup. Like I said, I mean, he's there to get his level 6. He can't get his level 6 right now, but yeah, and the same thing is gonna be for the Nyx Assassin. He also is here to get us to fast level 6, so he can roam around the map with his Vendetta and start killing stuff. Start making a difference on the map. Basically, it is for both teams the same. They have got this carry that needs a lot of farm, and you just need to make sure that they get the freedom to farm. It's very simple, and one way to do that is to make sure that everybody else is distracted by another hero on the map, and in the case of Invasion, that is the Magnus with the RP. I mean, he can just try to look for fights, try to look for team fights even, and just have the Phantom Lancer farming elsewhere. Shockwave. Well, for Vici Gaming, of course, they have the same thing. Not really that team fight heavy, but they can still try to pick up all the support so that nobody can try to go for a team fight. Nobody can try to roam around and get kills, especially not on the Alchemist. So he is gonna be safe, or at least that's the idea behind it. So far, it's working out better for Vici Gaming because they already have their Nyx now level 6, while the Magnus is still level 5. And only half a level into level 5 to at that. So we do have an Alchemist picking up a kill. That is Puck going down, actually. Quite surprisingly, Puck is of course a hero that should have that high escape possibilities, let's put it that way. But yeah, oh, by the way, once again, I will call out, there are giveaways at this time in Raid Call Channel 2013, so if you're not there yet, make sure you are there, so you don't miss anything. I think the Sand King is gonna die, by the way. He's being pretty ballsy. One disruption, there he goes. Split Earth, Unstable Concoction. Burrow Strike is still not going to be enough. There goes the Sand King. Fenrir picks it up. A Dream Coil hits, and that's going to be Puck trying to get away from that, and he actually gets away, especially now that the Magnus comes in. He doesn't have his RP yet. Now, if he would have had his RP and would come towards this bottom lane, that might have made a big difference on this lane, but not having an RP kind of hurts it. But one thing that I haven't really talked about yet is a Phantom Lancer, because he's been getting free farm, exactly what they wanted. He is gonna be walking away from the Nyx Assassin as well. He's got himself a regen rune, looking for a support who is still hiding himself there. He does have a TP, can TP himself out, will do that, and will actually TP himself towards the bottom lane, where the Magnus is gonna be going down. One more hit, and Nature's Prophet Ultimate actually picks it up. Illuminate will fly through. Almost picks up FY, but he can run himself out of there. It's just a defensive one, though. The top tower is denied, as Nature's Prophet was still there while picking up the kill on the bottom lane. That was, by the way, if you get a kill, a global kill like that. Of course, there was experience going to ZSMJ because he was fairly close to that, but also the Nature's Prophet, he gets the last hit, so he also gets experience. So, all in all, that's a win-win situation. Just giving experience to more of those people. Lances are going to continue to hit. We might have them trying to go for this. The Magnus doesn't have level 6. I don't think he cares, though. Shockwave will go through. Do they have more? They don't have another lens. No Keeper of Light nearby to give them extra mana, and they won't get this kill. And Nature's Prophet will TP to base to regain himself some HPs and mana. With the Nyx Assassin now having, well, still that regen rune, actually. Wonder when he's going to use it. Well, he's completely out of mana, so he would probably want to use it soon. He has got Phase Boots, by the way, as, well, farm-wise, it's looking pretty good for the Phantom Lancer. He is on 36 for 7. He is being kept even with the Nyx Assassin, but if you have a Phantom Lancer, in the end, he'll farm faster. I mean, it is a Phantom Lancer, really. I don't think I need to explain that, but he will farm faster than the Nyx Assassin, so he's doing really well. Alchemist also keeping up, though. He's doing okay for himself as well. Also one of those heroes that will just farm faster and faster, especially with that Goblin Screed up, Grieful Screed that is. Only downside is he hasn't really spec'd, as we have got Nyx going for the Puck. He gets an Impale. No, gets an Impale there, and a Dream Coil is on there. He will still get the kill, I think. Or will he not? No, I don't think so. It's actually, he is gonna go down. Boom! No! Ooh, bottle charges just in time. Nicely done from the sidelines, though. Fenrir looking for a place to hide. He's getting chased down by a Sand King that does only have brown boots, and he's chasing down a guy with the horse feet, so he can't really catch up. The movement speed just not even. As we have got Magnus looking for a kill still. It's going to be slightly overextending here though. Disruption, Soul Catcher, and that is going to be a Burrow Strike. Or Impale still hitting. He still got the kill though with the Shockwave, so I don't think it's really worth it, as we have got the Keeper of Light picking up the kill on the Shrek that was hiding on the back end of things, but the Illuminate was enough to kill him off. 3 for 7, so at least Invasion is getting some return kills, but they do lose a couple of heroes for that, and we haven't really seen NRP yet, and as I said, that's the ability that you want to have, you want to use to get your to buy your carry time, and right now they're not really buying that much time. TPing coming from the Magnus, the Burrow Strike hits up on the Nature's Prophet. Here comes the Shadow Demon though, and that's gonna be an RP. It's gonna be only up on one, only up on the Shadow Demon. Magnus is gonna be in a lot of trouble after that one. The Demonic Purge will hit on him as well, and he'll probably go down. There he goes, and it's gonna be the Nature's Prophet that picks up the kill for that one, and that is just not what you want to have with your first used RP. It is not what you sign up for when you pick up that Magnus. And we do have the gold grab going away with Vici, not by that much, because that Phantom Lancer is keeping them in the game. But it's still a pretty big difference with the towers actually going in favor of Invasion. They picked up the tier 1 tower top, even though it was a deny, of course, you still got some gold from that. Well, experience graph, you shouldn't really be surprised to see this. It's still in favor of Vici as well. Not by that much, I have to say. I mean, the difference is not that big, as the Keeper of Light goes down to a Nyx Assassin in the mid lane. Able to pick up a support there, but I mean 1.5k is really one teamfight can turn that around, and that is a Magnus job. Like the potential that Invasion has, Dream Coil into RP into Epicenter when Sand King is actually level 6, that is a pretty huge thing that you can try to have there, as we have got a smoke up and they're gonna be trying to get someone bottom. Now we can see of course the minimap, there's nobody bottom of VC, they're all on the top end, apart from actually CTY, who is on the mid lane at the moment. But they are at least going to get the tower, if not nothing else, unless VC is going to be putting all in all to try and deny it, try and defend it, try and fight this. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do though. The RP is soon up again, 25 seconds actually. Oh, I might want to try and take the tier 1 tower in return on the top lane, as we have got TP number 1 incoming. And that is going to be ZSMJ by himself, finds himself the Magnus. Like I said though, there's not going to be an RP. There is a Skewer though, he is taking a lot of damage. The Chemical Rage is going to be enough to keep him up. More TPs are going to come in. ZSMJ, nice disruption, FY! Kylach play, Shockwave will still pick up ZSMJ though. Demonic Purge up on the Phantom Lancer, he's in a lot of trouble. He's already dusted up, as we have the Keeper of Light going down on the back end. And we do have Lances going on FY, trying to run away. Another Burrow Strike comes in though, it is a kill. Another Impale hits. Magnus now has his RP. There he goes. Hits it on 2, but he has to get away now. 2 seconds before another Skewer, and he does use it. Finds himself up the high ground. That's I don't think that's where he wanted to be. Ooh, nice dodge.
Top tower is under attack.
The Sprout could give them vision, by the way, but they don't try it. If they would have sprouted up the high ground, he would have died, but no can do. Nicely done by Dan. I mean, was able to help, well, keep himself alive, I guess. Sand King, of course, still getting the kill upon the Shadow Demon, but the support still got picked off. It is 12 to 5 right now. He doesn't have a TP. Oh, the courier is already bringing one towards him. Wow, that was awkward. Oh, TP in the Demonic Purge, Sand King trouble, Burrow Strike, there's the dust already, trying to help pick up the Sand King though, and the Sand King, oh, he tried to TP out, now the TP's on cooldown, now he's dead. Unstoppable XTT, he has not died yet this game, he is 6-0 to 1. And one thing that it tells me is that he's pretty good in getting those last hits with his ultis. I mean, he hasn't been in all the fights, but the fights that he has been in, well, he's got the kills. We've got ourselves another kill up on the Puck this time. Normally you see Nyx Assassin being able to pick up the supports with this kind of ease, but picking up a Puck, pretty great accomplishment. Puck himself, normally a hero that you see make quite a big difference in the mid game, because he's normally mid. He is able to get himself some nice farm up, but he hasn't really been able to get that much farm. I mean, on his team he is still second highest, but look at the difference in net worth between him and, for example, Nature's Prophet or something, because you can compare him to Nature's Prophet in terms of where they laned. They both laned the safe lane, and they both were up against a not too easy of a lane. And Puck being that low on the net worth, it is not really boding well. No Blink Dagger to make a difference just yet. We have got the Magnus, no Blink Dagger yet either.
Dire's middle tower is
The Invasion, they really are banking on that Phantom Lancer to make a difference and just stretch out the game long enough for their heroes to have a Blink Dagger. Or 3, because all these 3 heroes, they will want Blink Daggers at some point. And it is all but, well, it's the whole time will tell kind of thing. I mean, everything can still happen at this stage of the game, because 1 RP can turn things around. We've seen that time and time again. As we have got Vici looking for a way in, looking for maybe a fight here in the middle lane. Tier 1 tower almost down already. And it's the last tier 1 that Invasion still has standing. But this is a bit awkward, because Invasion is sitting here with 4 heroes. Not getting anything apart from farm on the bottom lane on the Phantom Lancer. And now you can think that's worth it if they get the tower out of this, but if they don't get the tower, if they don't get anything soon, that the only thing they buy is free farm on the Phantom Lancer, but at the same time they're not stopping the Alchemist from free farming. So it's okay to get farm up on your Phantom Lancer and to give up your other 4 heroes for that, but you have to get something in return. I mean, you're not really buying extra time right now because Alchemist is farming as well. So if they were having this kind of siege and the Alchemist was hanging around, well then it would be a whole different ball game. As we have got Nature's Prophet TPing and Dust is already going off. They want to go for this Phantom Lancer. He is being sprouted up and I think he is not going to be able to get away from this one. Running for his life. Here comes the Nyx Assassin. It's not going to be needed anymore. It is a Shadow Demon that picks up the kill with his level 4 Shadow Poison. And that is the death of him, and all of a sudden Nyx finds himself a puck, kills himself off a puck, then finds himself 2 heroes, but the communication is not really there between them. One running away, the other one going for the Nyx. They don't get anything, so all of a sudden 4 heroes mid, not able to get the tower, losing their 1 carry, and that was just a bit of bad communication, a bit of bad execution. I mean, the idea is there to, you know, to force the enemy to defend. Wait a second, Fenrir is going to be in a lot of trouble. ZSMJ though walking himself away with the rage. Is it going to be enough? Looks like it might be. It is definitely. Mechanism being used by XTT is going to be down. He has not got himself a skewer and so he will go down. And we do have an impale. It is going to be Keeper of Light that will be going down as well. And that is a mega kill streak for CTY. As we take a look at some of the items, because we did see the mechanism, of course, on the Nature's Prophet. He is doing pretty well for himself.
Top tower
Especially considering he was up against an aggressive Trilon at the start. They are going to be trying to maybe go for Snow again, and the 1 TP coming in. We also have the Nyx coming in. He has got the Vendetta up. He knows that the real one is there. There we go. Dust is being popped, and that is going to be Snow going down for the 2nd time within 2 minutes. Burrow Strike still hits up on CTT. Sand King though, do you really want to be here? No, he doesn't. He smokes up and goes to let the rest back off. Let VC go where they want to go. So we have got Fenrir, he's been warding, of course. He's got himself some treads now. We've got ourselves Mana Boots up on FY. Has got another Dust in his pocket just in case he wants to go for more ganks. And of course has got that burn. 2900 gold up on the Nature's Prophet. Kind of curious to see what kind of build he's going to go for, because it will say a lot about what kind of Nature's Prophet he wants to be. As we have, oh, hello Shadow Blade wants to go for split pushing. Of course, if you know that the game might be taking long, and you might be looking at a Phantom Lancer that is pretty farmed, which he's not, by the way, because as you can see, he's pretty sad at the moment. But you know, if the danger is still there, demonic birds. Wait a second, Puck lands a Dream Coil. Is it going to be enough? No. Oh yes, it is. Urn Charge will still do the job, though. That's that Urn that we saw making a difference. It is going to be a Nature's Prophet that's running himself away. Gets a Lance as a goodbye present, but here comes CTY looking for the Phantom Lancer. Gets it. Impales. Up on 2. Just needs a bit of burst damage, but the Doppel Walk was there first, and CTT didn't have any Dust anymore because he already used the Dust earlier on the bottom lane. And it's gonna just continue split pushing. So like I said, if you're up against a Phantom Lancer, you want to have your own kind of pushing power, and the Nature's Prophet with the Shadow Blade can just farm a bit more freely than other Nature's Prophet would be. So good choice for him. So we have the Alchemist. I mean, we haven't seen him in a while either. He has just been farming. We already saw him going for the Battle Fury, which he has completed. We see him going for the Shadow Blade as well. Just forcing your opponents to carry a lot of Dusts with him, because they can't really carry gems right now, because it's a bit too risky. It's a bit too risky. They have been dying just too much. They can't afford to go for... They can't afford to go for a gem. They would give it away, and then that Phantom Lancer is going to be in even more trouble than he already is. We have got ourselves a, well, ooh, nice Stewart. RP, actually, he uses that to get away, and he will be successful with the TP incoming from the Sand King, though. Not really sure if that's what you want to do. Nope, that's not. Gonna get stunned up. Not gonna get killed off, though. Gonna be able to get himself away. Illuminate will fly through. This is a tier 2 tower in a lot of trouble. 5 heroes of VC in the middle lane, and you can see what they're doing. They're just trying to make sure that Invasion does not have any place to farm, and they don't really. Look at the wards. Can you see the wards? I can see the wards. Their coverage as they go for Roshan. Their coverage is everywhere. They just want to make sure that they know what Invasion is doing and when they're going to be leaving the base. The only thing they kind of don't have covered is this piece, but we'll forgive them for that. But they're just trying to lock up Invasion in their own base to make sure they can't farm. They don't feel safe anywhere. Can only farm what really comes into their base, and even then you can't really overextend, as we have VC able to pick up. Oh, killed up by neutral. Nicely done. Not really intentional, I guess. Burrow strike up on the Sand King, or for the Sand King. Epicenter being used just for CTY, and the disruption just in time. Is it going to be enough, though? They know it's not. The Sandstorm is going to be helping out. Here comes that SMJ going for a stun. Dan being the target. One more hit, boom, you're dead. And it is going to be the Sand King. This time he's able to TP out. But still 2-for-1 trade, not really what you wanted to have, especially not if you're having to lose your Magnus for that. And the puck, of course, well, I can't really call that a 2-for-1 trade, as the puck did die to a neutral after all. We have Goldcraft going towards the 14k gold in favor of Vici Gaming. Not really a surprise, but I figured I'd show you anyway. 15k experience going their way, and it's just looking very good. This is VC's game. This is VC's game for now. And if you were asking me, like, what does Invasion need to do to get back into this game, it is basically looking for mistakes from VC without overextending. It's very tough to do because VC, I mean, they're a practice team. They don't really make that much mistakes. And even if they do make mistakes, nicely done, CTY. Going for the Impale Magnus. Does have an RP, but he needs to use those RPs to get his team back into the game, not to defend himself. It is going to be CTY that might still die, but he is invisible. Shadowblade helping out, and he is going to be able to stay alive unless there's going to be a blind waning rift. No, it's on cooldown, can't really do anything, and he's going to be able to TP out. So, first of all, Keeper of Light killed himself with the Illuminate, and the Spike Carapace helping out, but they need that RP. They need that RP to get back into the game, because without it they don't have a chance. And that RP is not going to be winning their game for them. No, the RP is going to be buying time for the Phantom Lance to farm and to actually get some items, because he's not really getting anything at the moment. So he needs to get farm, and therefore his team needs to buy time. Hello CTY, and Impale misses. That's at least nice. Spike Carapace, the Waning Rift misses, but the Split Earth hits, and that's still going to be CTY getting himself away from that. Magnus has RP on cooldown, of course. As, I have to say, we haven't really seen a teamfight RP coming out of Invasion just yet. They haven't really looked for that team. Well, they've looked for that teamfight in the mid lane, but that was quite obvious. And then VC said, you know what, since there's 4 people standing mid, we are going to be going... Oh, nice. That is gonna be Keeper of Light going down, probably. Unless he... Well, one more Shadow Poison. Never mind. There he goes. Demonic Purge does the job. But yeah. They were, of course, standing in the mid lane at some point with 4 people, but then they had that carry being picked off, so that's not really ideal. As, it's just really coming down to... No pressure, right? It's coming down to the Magnus. Can he buy time for his team? He's gonna have a tough time if he's gonna get picked up by this guy here, but he's going for the puck first, and puck is gonna be going down. There we go. And here comes ZSMJ as well, looking for a stun. Gonna be finding that on the Magnus. Magnus does have his RP, but doesn't matter. The Dagon will be there, level 1 only, but will be there to pick him up. ZSMJ actually getting credit for that kill, as he's almost got his Assault Cuirass ready. Stretch that. He has his Assault Cuirass ready.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Shadow Poison, looking for that Keeper of the Light. Finding it also, but 2 stacks. FY looking for that kill. Can't find it. Edict will help clear out the tier 3 tower. And Vici, they just have that control. I mean, they can just walk up to the high ground right now and get themselves a tier 3 tower without really any contesting from invasion, as the Keeper of Light still is going to get picked off there. And this is gonna be Rax, and I mean, this is the chance for Magnus to get a great RP. Look at their positioning. If he would have a blink dagger by now, would be nice. And there's a disruption to save the life of the RP. Wait a second, up on 3, but no follow up, and it's gonna be Phantom Lancer that goes down, Puck that goes down. The GGs get called. That was basically their last chance, and they don't have the follow up yet. They don't have the damage yet to go through an RP. They don't have the time to build up that Phantom Lancer, who really has not been having his easiest time. I mean, he's been as less net worth than the support Shadow Demon, who has been getting solo kills all over the map, and is trying to find one on this one as well, but CT picks it up. Magnus still goes down, but it is gonna be VC Gaming that will make it onto the losers bracket, because losers bracket games are only best out of 1, winners bracket games best out of 3. We're gonna be seeing a matchup in the losers bracket between Orange and First Departure. One of these two teams is gonna get dropped out of this competition. The other one will be able to continue, and we will be seeing which one is gonna be the lucky one. It is gonna be happening straight after this game, so stay tuned for that. By the way, you all just missed a mousepad giveaway, as if you weren't in raid call, because there are giveaways through these games, throughout these games I should say, giveaways for gaming gear, all to be found in raid call channel 2013. So just go to 2013 in your raid call, type it in your search bar, press enter, and you will be able to win. If you're just there, that's all you need to do. That is all you need to do. Just be in that group and you have a chance to win items. And we already had a mouse being given away, mousepad being given away, and during next game there will be more giveaways, so make sure you're checking that out, as this is of course the Natolic Pro League sponsored by Raidcall, so that is why you need to be on Raidcall to be able to win that. And we will be seeing another Natolic Pro League of the East coming up straight after this game. Like I said, Orange taking on First Departure, as we're just waiting for Zedis and J to pound down this. Oh, never mind. He's not gonna pound down this throne. He's gonna be getting RP'd and Burrow striked and shockwaved and dream coiled. Oh, he's now pounding down. Look at him pounding down those racks. Those throne. Never mind. Can you focus? Focus, people.
Radiant's Ancient
No.
is under attack.
No focus. There he goes again. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, in case you don't know, my name is Sheever. I'm a caster. Now, if you want to support me, you can check out my website, SheeverGaming.com, where you can see all the games of today, of tomorrow, and more importantly, you can see all the VODs of all the games, of all the casters, of all the tournaments. So make sure you check that out. It's all in the archive. You can search by tournament, search by caster, whatever you want to do. And you can also on my website find out where you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Although I can tell you as well that it's all under the same name of SheeverGaming. So make sure you do that. Make sure you stick around, because Orange versus First Departure is hopefully gonna be a lot more even game than this was. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.